Wow, it's fucking Aqua Cure. It's that one. At least I think it is. Yep, that's it. That's the one. No, it's not fucking Aqua Cure. That's fine though. That run was off to a bad start anyway. Oh, we're gonna go a lot. If I ever have to reset, just think of it as a gentle possibility for me to drink my whiskey, which is a good thing.
September 28th.
See, some things are slower, but I think it's still faster overall.
Somehow.
Again. Weep. Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. Yeah, we just made it yesterday, Lana. Alright, run into the wall. I appreciate that. That's exactly what I'm looking for. You're getting my way, aren't you? It is Team RPD versus Team Rad Crew. Excuse me, sir. So I'll be playing against Mango Punch and RE3. The whole schedule is going to get announced and posted later this week. And I'll put it on Instagram too, so that way you see it. Yes. Yeah, it's Rad, Shaz, Devo. Who else is running? Synth. Who else is on that team? There's a ton of people on the team. They're all good people. They're a good group of people. I'm excited. Mango Punch seems like good people too, so I'm excited to play. Knowing that you follow, maybe you should. Cheers, I appreciate that. I did. Yep. Oh, I appreciate that, Lundy. You don't have to, though. I appreciate it. Oh, fuck. Boot his head. Okay, there we go. Okay, I fucked that up. I am kinda. I'm wondering. So I was thinking about this. 17, Jesus. I suppose that's a good thing for when I get older. I was wondering if I could find alternate controls in this game. So I'm thinking, like, what if I found a key to two separate keys. So hang on, let me get my thought process out here. So I'm thinking that what if I can get my my backwards key and my run key, which is how you do a quick turn. I'm wondering if you can't bind those to the same key as like an alternate key. So like right now I'm using K for run and S for down. But what if I bound like U as an example as an alternate key for both backward and run? Would that be like a quick turn button then? I suppose I should check that. I don't even know if it's possible. I have to look. I imagine there has to be like alternate keys though, right? Just would make sense. I'll have to look. Because that would be cool. I had to shoot a message off the Holy. I bet you he would know offhand. He'll even know if it's possible, I'm sure.
How did he find me?
That would make things easy though.
This way.
Because I don't have to worry about like hitting those two keys in particular at the precise moment when the cutscene ends. I can just mash the alternate key. And I'd be good to go. That's fine. Where did I lose 5 health from? Oh, the zombie on the floor. I can't imagine why it would be against the rules. There's no way for them to police that. What are you gonna have people do? Like show off the map buttons on their fucking controls? Like, look at that, dude. Oh, he turboed. Didn't take the bite, so that's a win. Yeah, sorta. I'll look into it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely looking forward to being done with this for a little while. Not that I haven't had fun doing these runs. But the rules and the actual run itself, they're so complicated and a little bit more like taxing. I'd rather go back to something a little more laid back, like RE1 or RE2 even, or maybe even a new speed game that's not Resi based. Possibly. Yep, same thing. Cool. And his race will be on that channel too. Fuck, slow door.
Jill, put this on.
Okay. Get out of the way, dog. Next Saturday at 7 a.m. is my race. It actually starts, like the whole thing starts at 2 o'clock in the morning. Eastern, 2 o'clock Eastern. I should quantify that. Strike! Yeah, I know. Yeah, Eastern. Yeah. Yeah, and Matt's race I think is going to be in the afternoon because of because Jill lives in our time zone. So I think that one's later at night. I do not recall what time it's at, but like I said, all that info is going to come out here in the next couple of days. Still finalizing a couple of details. Don't touch me. What the fuck? Why does this guy keep getting me? It's almost like I'm going too fast there. I don't want to heal yet. Oh god, that guy's turboing. Let's get out. Not bad. Only lost about a second. That's okay. Not great, obviously, but we'll deal with it. Thought I got that. Damn, that split was really good last time. That was a pretty good room. Oh, God, they're down there. Fuck. Yeah. Nope, just for fun. Fun and bragging rights. Yeah, I think he probably will too. He hasn't. He's good at that run. Don't get me wrong. Like he's very good at Resi 2. So he'll make it competitive. But I agree. Jill's just put more time into that game, so it would make sense for Jill to win. Mango's pretty good at this game. Mango's pretty good at speedrunning in general. So it's gonna be close. It would be fair to say that that Mango is favored in that race by quite a big margin. I've made a lot of improvements over the last couple weeks, but I'm kind of running up against the same thing that Matt is, where I really haven't played this game that much. The thing I have going up against, or going up for me, I mean, is this game's got so much RNG. Like, I could get a whole bunch of good RNG. I could get a whole bunch of bad RNG. Mango could get a whole bunch of bad RNG. It's just, that's what makes this run so much fun to watch from a spectator side, is that when, like, especially in a race format, because anything can happen. Like, anything can happen. So I did that in my PB run too. Yeah, Jill's good people. I like Jill quite a bit. All right, come on. Thank God. Get her on the table, please. Right? How you doing, Tima? Good to see you. Oh God, that's bad. Not awful though. Oh boy. Yeah, not bad. I'm happy to be here, I can tell you that. This is far preferred over work. Far preferred. Hope you are too. Happy weekend. Good pharmacy overall. Nice, good. I'm glad to hear it. Purge! Ba-da-dum. I don't yet. I will have one tonight though. So for tomorrow's stream, it'll be up and live and ready to go. Lemmy, could you do a suggest for RE races for me? Nice, dude. That's gonna be the account that we're streaming on, Tima. We're not actually starting until like, God, it's 2 a.m. Eastern time. So it's pretty early in the morning. And then the races are going through until about 8 a.m. Eastern, maybe like 8:30 a.m. Eastern. And then there's one later in the day between Matt RPD and Umbrella Joe. They're doing RE2 Hardcore. Once we actually have like a thing made up, I'll post it over on Twitter and on my Discord. Okay. Cool. Good Christ. Cheers. Thanks, Dima.
Stars.
Ah, you punched air. Okay. How you doing? Bob's your uncle. Okay. My life is shit. Whee! I haven't gotten that hallway in so long, I forgot how to fucking walk through it. Whee! Alright, here we go. Alright, worm. Don't be a dick. Nice. That's good. That way. Oh, cheers, Tima. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope so. It's all that Jill any % practice, man. muscle memory picks up fast.
No, the brakes are out.
It's useless.
Ouch. My head. Early powders? Dang it. Dang it. Not early powders. That was a slow door.
Here's a gift for you.
Grace! Thank you for the raid. How you doing? Welcome on in, Raiders. Hope you're doing well. Give me 1 second here because this part sucks. Everybody make sure you give Grace a follow. Grace is a great streamer. Super fucking funny. Thank you very much for the raid. How was your stream? You can't have my liquor. You can have the olives, though. Liquor's mine. Yeah, cheers. Thanks, Grace. I appreciate it. I'm glad. I'll catch up with you later. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. For those coming in, if you don't know me, my name is G Mundy or Gary, whichever you prefer. It's Gary with 2 R's. That matters. See ya. Have a good eat. That's not how piracy works. I apologize. Look at that. I've already lowered the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 changes. Okay, I can explain myself now. My name is G Mundy. I speedrun Resident Evil games. I also play JRPGs and other fun casual games. We do a lot of stuff for charity. Down in the details are down in the about section down below. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, welcome on in, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Happy weekend, and thanks for popping by. Right. You can have everything else. You can't have my liquor, though. The liquor's mine. And I'm just learning this RE3 run, so I'm still a little bad. I'm special. Okay. Oh yeah, so I'm running on the Taiwanese version. I was running on the Japanese version, and the Taiwanese version is like a lot faster. So it is time save, but like not really. You feel me? My PB run was done on the Japanese version. So the 45, 41 that you see down there, I did not mean to skip that early. Is from the Japanese version. That is 5 o'clock. That is bad. That is worst RNG, everybody. Wahoo. Yes, considerably. So like this is the worst RNG we could have possibly gotten, and I gold split that room. To put it in perspective. That's the worst that could have been. And according to my splits, that's the fastest I've ever done that. Like, I'm getting better, but not that much better. Fuck me. There goes all my time save. Hey there, Jay Smith, how are you? I'm gonna lose probably 12 seconds off that. Something stupid. Okay. Right? No kidding. Good
I'm
fight.
sorry, Jill.
Good fight. Good, I'm glad to hear it.
Wake up!
Glad to hear it. Please wake up. No, I won't.
October 1st, night. I woke up to the sound of falling rain. I can't believe I'm still alive.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. And it could all go horribly wrong right here, so. That's the beauty of RE3. Hope you're doing well, Lisa. Good to see you. Good to see you. Alright, so this time, you fucking bitch. You were a bitch, too. PB. Woohoo. Yahoo. We could have great time going into this and just fucking lose it all. We could have bad time going into this and PB. That's the best part about RE3. You never know. It looks great right now, and I could be plus 20 going into the basement, so. That's true. You're not wrong, Lindy. I was probably a little slow in the door. And as I drink more, my reflexes are going to slow down, so, like, it's just a matter of time.
There appears to be a slight fracture in his right arm just below the elbow.
Carlos's
However,
bullet. All right, no zombies. No. Oh, get the key. Rotten jerk. All right. YOLO. I'm doing great, Brian. How are you? Good to see you. Brian, I found out I was running on the Japanese version and I got a 4541 on the Japanese version. That was a little disappointing. I was like, all right, well, I've still got some work to do. And they were like, no, you're running on the Japanese version, dude. 4541's pretty good. I was like, oh. Oh, shit. What is this one? 325? But it's actually a pretty good time for the Japanese leaderboard, so. Guess we'll see what it turns into when I get the, when I get used to this, because this is fast now. Like, I thought it was fast before. Does it really? That's wild. Hey! What's she slicing me for? What a jerk. Oh, it was supposed to be fast. There we go. Scared me. I thought he was dead for sure. Fuck you, dude. No shit. Wow. So for those just tuning in, this is why you never get excited about an RE3 run. This is why you never get excited about an RE3 run until the end of the game. It's pretty fun. Don't. Thank you. Oh, stop checking the books, dude. Alright, until he yells, over here. Well, I suppose I do now. I forgot you have the cutscene skip Jill's building. Yep, seems so. Seems so. I don't need that. I'd be down. I told Lily I'd race her too. It's fun, man. Ah, gotcha. Oh wow, I got hunters and dogs. That's pretty cool. Could you not? Could you not? Oh yeah, because you haven't run in what? Probably 4 or 5 years, right? Pah! Fuck. Well, there goes our time. I was trying to go fast. I was trying to go fast and I went down to the start button by accident. It happens. Al, how are you? How's the rest of movie night? Good, I'm glad. It always is. Fuck. Yeah, so I watched Terminator 2 first a little while ago, with Brando. And then today I watched 1 for the first time. Awful menu. Awful menu. So that's the kind of shit that I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff that I want to improve on before the race.
I'm quite...
Fuck. that was pretty cool. Oh God, Lana, there's a ton of Terminators. There's a ton. I think there's, God, how many are there now? There's at least 4. Oh, for fuck's sake, Gary, come on. Alcohol. I'm just not here today. Come on. You couldn't have turboed all the turbo zombies I've had today? Okay. I was like, well, this will be the first time going to the dead factory and fucking not caution. Just kidding. You know, a lot of people are like that.
Stars.
To each their own. Oh, fuck. Really sloppy. Really sloppy. Hey, Brando. Awful room. Okay. Worms! Finally, worms on a PB pace. Wahoo! Oh, right one, left 2. Made that slower than I should have, but I haven't gotten that one before, so. I didn't practice this today, so strong chance we die here, but that was a bad puzzle too, and I still fucking did. Not bad in terms of RNG. In RNG terms, that was actually really well. I fucked it up because I suck. Okay. Yeah, it was good. I think I prefer the second one, but that's not to say the first one was bad. I enjoyed myself. It was good.
Warning. Proceeding with operation in 3 minutes.
All right, I'm out of whiskey.
Please evacuate immediately.
Stars.
All right, I have 35 seconds of time save here, so. fucking go, dude. Uh-oh.
Missile attack confirmed. All personnel evacuate.
Run sub 45 pace. That's good. I'm grabbing this.
Warning.
No promises, Brian. But that's why I grabbed the fast, just in case. Because I have died there, and I lost a good run to it, too.
Checking system.
Whoo! Nervous! This would be a really good run.
Warning. There is
With a lot of bad shit that happened.
Activate the system.
It's just practice. That's right, Al.
Connected.
Yeah, T2 is legitimately a good movie. That's a good movie. T1 was good too, though. It was different, though, than the second one was. T1 felt very much like an 80s movie. Yep. Good.
Rail cannon missiles. Activated. Executing quick charge program. Prepare yourself. Fire.
It's dead, I just have to survive. Holy shit! Alright, finish strong, hang on.
Warning. System overheating. Enter cooldown mode.
Slow door. Slow door. Don't skip it fast. Slow door. Second option, don't give them stars. Yes! Woo!
And now we have a rather
Yes!
unfortunate turn. It seems that the President and the Federal Council have passed judgment over the civilians of Raccoon.
4454 doesn't
President
fucking
and
suck.
Federal
Let's go.
Council rule that the backup terminate operation is the best course of action.
Yes, dude. All right.
And have since executed.
Woo! I need more whiskey. I'm out.
Literally wiped off.
I'm out. Help!
Reports have the death toll surpassing the 100,000 mark. Our hearts go out to those poor civilians.
Oh man.
Raccoon City.
Let's go. That's good. It is a sad world we live in, isn't it, Jill? Yeah. Yeah, 4454 is good. Now that I'm running on the right version, too. It's nice. Nah, fuck them, B-Mail. They deserve it. Oh. Oh, I hate this game. Oh, I hate this game. Woo! Holy shit! Big raids! Empress, how you doing? Silent Caster and Eric, thank you so much for the big raids. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed RE6. Welcome on in, everybody. I just PB'd RE3 by 47 fucking seconds. Woo! Oh, shit. Hesse and Bach rated you? Nice, dude. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, boy. I am indeed. And I had a full glass of whiskey. For those that don't know me, my name is G Mundy. You can call me Gary, you can call me G Mundy, whichever you prefer. I speedrun Resident Evil games. Right? I'm currently top 20 in Jill any percent. I'm tied for 16th place at a 38-32. I did too, I said hi, Empress. What do you mean? 23 Little Wishes, thank you for the follow. I play JRPGs as well. We also do a ton of stuff for charity. The stuff for charity is down below. If you're interested, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. ! Socials if you want to join any of the socials and ask me questions, you're more than welcome to. Tensor, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome on in. 47 seconds, dude. Fuck! Cheers, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I'm glad I was able to hang out for a little while today. That was fun. I did lose the beard, yeah. So listen, I had this moment, okay? I was having a piece of cheesecake, and it was a fucking solid cheesecake, okay? Got that raspberry swirl in it, like, oh God, it was so good. It was so good. And some of the raspberry swirl, because my beard was huge, if you didn't see it, like, it was huge. So, like, it got in a little bit on the sides, and I couldn't get it out without like actually going to the bathroom and washing my whole fucking face. And yeah, like you wash your hands after. This is going to be the PB run I submit online, by the way, talking about fucking raspberry cheesecake in my beard. Cut.